If you don't know why you're here, I encourage you to find out what your purpose is here. What is the meaning of your life? What will be different? Have you ever asked yourself that question?
And most people, they go to their graves with their greatness still in them. What if you live your whole life only to discover that it was wrong?
We've all taken time just to stop and reflect many times when we hear what's happening in the news or read the newspapers. Where's all of this leading to? What's going on here? And so I think that now more than ever, we must begin to look at what are the things that we can do that would put us on some firm footing in life, that will enable us to do some things and use some powers that we have, that many of us go through life never ever discovering that we have those things going for us. And part of that, I believe, is knowing what it is your life worth. What is it that gives your life a sense of meaning and purpose? See, if you know what your life work is, I encourage you to start working on it. If you can't do it all at one time, do just a little bit of it. And if you don't know what it is that you showed up to do, if you don't know why you're here, I encourage you to find out what your purpose is here. What is the meaning of your life? Because once you find that, it puts you in your power place. 85% of the American public, according to recent studies, are going to jobs that they hate, working on jobs that do not challenge them. They get sick thinking about going. Because see, when you go to a job and you already know how far you can go, you can already see that proverbial glass ceiling. See, when you're going someplace and you already know how much you're going to make, you already know how far you can go, you're in a dead-end position. It erodes your self-esteem. It lowers your sense of yourself. It creates an inner turmoil. It creates an emptiness in you. So I say that your life is worth finding what it is that you're supposed to do.
Imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed, the ghost of the dreams, the ideas, the abilities, the talents given to you by life, but you, for whatever reason, you never pursued those dreams. You never acted on those ideas. You never used those gifts. You never used those talents. And there they are staring at you as you're lying on your bed with large, angry eyes saying, "We came to you. Only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever." And the question is, if you died today, what dreams, what talents, what abilities, what gifts, what ideas would die with you?
You have to realize when you're asking to live a 1% life, that you need to do 1% things.
This is the secret of the successful people. This is what I've committed my life to doing. I told my mom when I was 16 years old, one day I'm going to be successful. One day I'm going to be successful, and one day I'm going to help a lot of people. I got great at a job I hated, absolutely hated this job at 25 years old. And I decided I didn't have any more choices. I needed to get great at that job. I've thrown myself into the face of rejection tens of thousands of times. 30 years, 18-hour days. Not 8-hour days, not 10-hour days, not 12-hour days, 18-hour days. I always say this, pay the price today so you can pay any price in the future. It's been a long road to get where I'm at right now today. Some of you may have run into me just 2 or 3 months ago or a year ago, and you're like, oh, dude, the guy's got a car, he's got a plane, you know, he's got money. And you think, oh, he's got it all made. But it's been a very, very, very long road getting here. Okay, it's been 32 years of pushing, shoving. Look, I've been ridiculed by my peers, by customers, and by competition. I've been judged for working too much, wanting too much, being too colorful, being inappropriate, insensitive, and too out there. And you guys are like, oh, I'm not cut out for this. This is what you have to go through. Anybody can be 1X or 2X. Dude, to get to these multipliers, I mean, to blow the roof off of your life and career, you have to go through stuff. If anybody thinks you're going to be successful without paying that price, you're wrong. If you're not experiencing that now, it's because you're not operating at these higher levels.
I realized that I need to have a level of focus and a level of intentionality that I have not yet cultivated in my life. That there's still that I do, that I put in the way, that was fine when I was operating and achieving at this level, but now I want to go to this level. And so what are those things? Getting up earlier, being a complete hawk about how I'm spending my time and attention. That in the mornings when I'm with my family, literally being hyper-focused on just them so that I'm present with them. And then confession, I'll literally work for like 25 minutes and then the ADD kicks in and then I'll find myself folding laundry for 20 minutes because I allow myself to get distracted. See, that's the thing about habits and the levels of success that you get to. That when you recognize that jumping to the next level that you want to get to is nothing more than just tweaking your habits a little bit, that it's really that simple. And I'm realizing that I have amazing habits, but they have gotten me to here. And if I want to get to the next level, it's going to require a level of focus and intentionality that I haven't demanded of myself.
Hustle is a word to so many people, even to some of my hardcore fans. I'm sorry to call you out, but I follow you like you follow me, and people talk about the hustle, but then you're talking about your 6 o'clock, happy hour drink, or your video game, or this and that. And here we are in the holidays, and everybody's going to their holiday party, and I've got 1 meeting coming up right now, 2 meetings after that, reviewing all my email, and so while everybody's drinking some goddamn eggnog, I continue the hustle. And so you can say it, or you can do it, but I highly recommend you do both.
You gotta go get it, okay? Dreams don't happen on couches, and they don't happen in bed. If you're gonna realize that dream, you gotta go out into the marketplace. You gotta meet a new you. You gotta go through obstacles and barriers. It's been 30 years, 30 years. It's probably gonna be 30 years for you too. Doubt, uncertainty, insecurities, rejection, disappointment, judgment. It's gonna be 30 years of it. Are you willing to pay the price?